So please, take it away. Don't everyone speak at once.
Okay, I'm Michael. I'm playing Lady Ishold, the half-elf lawful good fighter. I'm 16 years old and I'm 5'3".
So you're baby.
I'm baby.
Protagonist.
Lady Ishold, the baby knight.
The squire too. All right.
Okay. I am Erica. I am playing Permuta Bano. I am a 27-year-old gambler rogue. And I also have a blind falcon named Lazarus. That's the most important thing.
How are you?
What's your race and what's your height?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what.
I'm a halfling and I'm 3 feet tall.
Yeah, there we go.
My
certainly not least.
My name is Gab, and I am playing Diareth Oberlin, the ex-circus rogue elf. I am 5 feet tall, 119 years old, and I weigh in at a solid 89 pounds.
Just a couple of short kings over here.
82 pounds.
82 pounds. Whoa.
The short kings.
Wait, aren't we all playing female characters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Females can be kings.
Yeah.
Females can be short kings.
We're not gonna say anyone can't be a king.
Yeah,
okay.
We're short kings.
Yeah. It sounds better than short queens, I think.
We're short baddies.
Yeah.
We're short baddies.
Alright, so let's take the short baddies and we will get right into what's been going on. So you guys have been friends for a long time. You've been, you've Lady Ishold, you've kind of come with this group of, rogues, wannabe kind of posers, whatever. You got the dejected clown and you got the washed up gambler, and you're just going out, trying to do your best.
Trouble.
Yeah.
But
so
damn,
you guys,
if they aren't, I've been seduced by their pluckiness.
by their sheer
Their sheer spunk.
spirit. There's a lot of spirit in this pair.
Yeah, there's a lot of spirit in this gang.
So you guys have found yourselves wandering through a swamp on your way to the next largest town of Neverwinter. You have decided you are going to cut through a swamp, and thus you've been wandering through this swamp, and we will set our scene with you guys walking, squelching your feet between the marshes of.
Can we get some squelching foley?
No, we cannot.
Nope.
Please provide your own sound effects.
You have been squelching your way through the swamp for about a day, and night begins to settle over the swamp, cloaking the dense undergrowth in darkness and turning the water's surface to black. It comes with a clinging, creeping fog, unlike anything else you've dealt with. And the fog surrounds you, its dampness caressing you with cold, dead hands. The swamp seems to be retreat from the mists. Its sight and sounds are disappearing into some unseen distance. All that remains visible is the cold, choking fog. Even though you guys are about 5 feet separate, it still feels like there's 20 or 30 feet separating all of you. There's this distance that has just appeared. And for a moment, everything has gone silent. What few sounds you can hear are amplified by the surrounding mists. Your own breathing, your beating heart, and just the squelching. The fog quickly begins to dissipate, fading away just as quickly as it arrived, leaving you and your companions alone in the swamp that you were once crossing.
What was that?
I don't. Fog? Weird ass fog?
It's concerning.
Right. Well, I'm going to try and situate myself north by looking up at the sun and where it is in the sky.
So it's nighttime, but you're still looking at the sky, the North Star.
I look for the sun and then
right. You take the sun and you take the moon, and you take the sun. Yeah, you want to make a wisdom. You want to make a wisdom check to
Alright.
you try to orient yourself.
Wisdom
I-
check
my
to
wi-
star?
My wisdom
Just-
is 9, so I don't have a very good chance of this.
No,
Hey,
but
I
9 wisdom.
fail. I fail.
okay. So you try to orient yourself the way you were before, and you're just not able to get a read on the place. And as you're looking around, the swamp seems darker than it did before.
Hmm.
I'm gonna try and figure out what direction we were going in and what direction we should be going in.
Let's try to orient ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Make a wisdom check for me.
Okay.
9 wisdom gang.
I should
Oh
be the
God.
one
Do you
doing
add
this.
anything to that? No.
No.
No, you have to roll under your stat.
Oh, I got an 11, so I didn't. But
You
What do
think
we-
you're able to? You think you're able to find the direction you were going in before? You based on, you've got your map is pretty soggy, and a lot of the ink has started to kind of fade out of it.
yay.
Third tries the charm.
Third,
Third time's the charm.
Yeah,
With my wisdom of 16.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Why did you do this? Why did you try?
Did you?
Do you fail?
Rolled a 19.
No!
God damn
Okay.
We're
Alright.
lost.
We're lost.
Yeah. So
Great way to start.
you can.
We're lost.
As you guys are looking around, you notice
Well, let's
nearby.
try and get somewhere high up.
The
I
nearby trees have become twisted shadows with claw-like branches reaching out toward you. And a foul odor rises from the murky water that smells a bit like decaying flesh. Overhead, through the tangled branches, the sky also appears strange. Now, Lady Ishlead, you didn't notice this, but the stars have subtly changed positions, and the moon is closer and nearly full. You can see menacing clouds are beginning to roll across the western sky like a curtain of black smoke, but in a few moments, the clouds blot out the starlight entirely. A storm is brewing. A very bad storm.
Can I look around? Like, is this like a very, very dense bog, or could I see like where like a hill or would be, or somewhere higher up?
You could see a hill or two, yeah.
Okay,
If
yeah.
if you were looking around.
Okay, yeah, so let's go up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go to the hill.
So you start wandering toward this. It is really more of a mound than it is a hill, and there is a boat that has been marred at this hill. It's just this kind of small mound of dirt that has somehow piled itself up and is rising above the landscape. And there is a raft that has marred itself at the bottom of this hill, and you can see it's just covered in mud, and the oars are cracked, but it is still there, and the lantern is still burning on said raft. But anyway, I assume you're going to climb up the hill.
Yeah.
Is there
Alright.
anything in the
No.
raft?
I'll take
just
the
a pic-
lantern because I'm the only one that doesn't have dark vision, so I'll take the lantern.
Cool. So you grab the lantern off the raft pole, and it's a bit sticky as you pull it off. And there's like a little bit
Sticky.
of ooze. There's like a little bit of ooze that kind of trails between the two. But you're able to grab the lantern. And it's this old rusted lantern that's flickering with a candle inside of it. So you have it, and you guys are going up. You're going up this hill.
Anything valuable in the raft?
Just a pair of oars in the raft.
Damn.
So you are wandering up this hill, trying to fight your way through the underbrush as it's swallowing your feet whole, and eventually you reach the top. And from the vantage point, it can't be much more than 30 feet overhead. You see miles of swamp surrounding you, and you can't see much more than just swamp. That's all there is spreading out around you. Just this disgusting, twisted bog.
There's no like lights anywhere on the horizon.
No. Funny you should mention that. There is one little prick of light that is coming through the twisted trees that you can see, but it's a few miles away.
Could we tell if that was the direction we just came from?
Make a wisdom check for me,
Where
please.
coming from was.
Yeah,
Haha, that's a 4.
that's a 4. Okay.
Never thought I'd say that.
This is not the direction you came from, but it very well could be. If you wanted to wander that way, you could see if that was the direction you came from.
It's a long way, but I guess we have to start moving, right?
I mean, haven't you ever
Civilization
ideas?
is better than none.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright,
Forward's
so
better than nothing.
I'll just clip the lantern on my belt.
Okay. So
Let's
you
go.
put the lantern onto your belt. And you're gonna start going?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're
Okay.
all going.
So you are okay. So you're not taking the raft, you're just gonna go and walk.
Wait, we can take the raft?
Well, it is a swamp.
Yeah,
mean, if you
let's
wanna
take
take
the
the
raft.
Well, like,
Yeah, let's take the raft.
wait, how deep is the water?
Yeah, let's figure out how deep the water is.
At some points it's chest high, at other points it's at your ankles. So it's
Because-
very much varying.
Yeah, it might, like, I thought that this thing was, like, maybe shin deep, so, like, rowing would be pointless. Like,
I mean, you can get the like
It varies.
use
Well,
one of
oars
the
are
oars to
broken,
push your way
so-
through.
How broken are the oars?
The oars just have hairline kind of cracks running down them, but
we're fine, yeah.
they're intact.
They're
Okay.
usable.
Take the raft.
I will push this raft, or I guess we can carry it. I don't want to push this raft down a hill.
Yeah,
That might not go great for the raft.
It's,
Yeah.
I thought it was at the base of the hill.
yeah, it's stuck at the base of the hill. It's been stuck in the mud.
Okay.
Okay, yeah,
Okay,
we
I can
can
help.
Then we
we
can.
can just
I'll
push it.
try and push it out.
Let's see what the raft has in store.
So is that
This
gonna be
is
2
challenge.
checks, or is Erica giving me advantage?
You'll get advantage on it.
Okay.
Okay,
Working
cool.
modern
so I take
mechanics
2 dice.
into
So
ancient
roll 2
D&D.
dice and take the lower one. And this is a strength check.
This is a strength check.
All right.
That's pretty good, because I
I
rolled really high.
succeed.
I rolled a 19, so it's really good we did that.
Oh, nice. Nice work. So you grab the raft, and as you begin to push it, your body sinks into the mud. So your fine trousers and your shield and your sword scabbard are covered in viscous mud. But you were able to push the raft out into the water, and with a little bit of help from your friends, you're pulled out. So your legs are just coated in dirt and mud, and there's like worms crawling up your legs in there
Well, this
too.
is very becoming of me.
I just try
Alright,
to
let's
brush
get
it off
moving.
a little bit.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Fine.
All right. So let's
Get in the raft.
I guess you two get in the raft because you're shorter, and then I'll push a little bit, and then I'll get in the raft.
Alright.
I'll push us off.
All right. So
We can also just push with the oars.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think of that.
all right. So Lady Ishwood, you beckon your rogue friends to get in the raft. And after that, you quickly begin to push the raft, and you're sinking. With every subsequent step, you are sinking lower and lower into this mud. And let's see here.
I just grab her and just pull her up.
So you pull. All right. So Pramita, you pull Lady Ishold out, and Lady Ishold, I'm sorry, but one of your boots gets stuck in the mud, and as you are pulled out, your left boot is left.
Ah.
Great.
So you have one boot and one sock on. But that
Fine.
is. Are you guys gonna start rowing?
Yeah, we will start rowing.
Do you want us to try and get your boot? You good?
It's too late.
It's-
I don't want to
It's
sit
too
here
late.
longer than we have to. It's just a boot.
We can get a new boot.
It's
Yeah.
your new shoe.
New shoes.
Alrighty.
It's fishy.
Is there a anything on the front of the boat that we could like attach the lantern to?
Yeah. There's
Have
the
a
hook
little-
that you pulled it off of.
Great, yeah. So I'll put it back on there.
So you stick you put the lantern back on, and
Uh-huh.
there's still this kind of weird ooze that's on the front of the boat, but not not it doesn't hurt. It doesn't do anything bad to you. It's just strange, disgusting texture.
I mean, everything in this swamp is a strange, disgusting texture.
Yeah, fair enough.
So as you guys start to row, there's and you see something slither across the water quickly as you're rowing through the nicks.
Oh, dear.
With an oar? What is that?
Yeah, I got an oar.
I
you're
will.
just rowing.
I'll get my bow ready. I've got a
Okay.
bow. I will get it ready.
Back with
Okay,
a
yeah, that's a good
fucking oar.
idea.
Cool.
Well, you and I should just keep rowing so that
Just
we
keep
don't.
rowing.
Yeah.
I'll take care of whatever's going on.
Yeah.
Do you want to make? Do you want to make a perception, a wisdom check for me?
Wisdom
Just
check.
see if you spot anything. Yeah.
Let's see. Give me 1 moment. We love complicated character sheets. 13. My wisdom is 16.
Okay. So you did make it. It's just whatever it was that slithered by you. It's clear that you could see its spikes kind of jutting out of the black water, but it's clear that it was one of many somethings that is now roaming
dear.
around the dark swamp, seeking to prey upon your mortal flesh, possibly.
They're mean, guys.
Just keep rowing.
So as you're rowing, Permita, you see overhead the clouds that you guys saw earlier. They're starting to thicken. What once was a small curtain of clouds has now started to congeal and become a bit more darker. And yet the sun, yeah, you're still rowing. So you continue to row and you continue to row, and the sun begins to rise as you're rowing. And you can see the sun is it's still rising, and what once gave you hope in the land of the Forgotten Realms has now painted the sky a dark and dismal gray with the mist and the clouds. The sun, you haven't seen the sun. You can only see its outline. And the air is clammy and cold, even though it should be warmer. The water below the raft is several feet deep, and to one side, black logs drift lazily upon the stagnant water. To the others, you can see those shadows once more, moving in time with the raft. The eyes of the swamp have settled themselves upon you.
This is nice.
Well,
Just
keep rowing. I can start picking them off. Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully.
keep rowing.
Hopefully.
So
I feel like this
you,
is a Wii game right now.
Wii Sports row through the swamp.
Daira, if they get within like 10 feet, you and I should switch because I'll do more damage, like
Yeah.
fish spearing them with my halberd, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So, what do you guys do? You're still just rowing.
Yeah, we're Wii game rowing.
Yeah, okay.
Just
And
outpace these guys.
at the soonest
It's like Mario Party
Like,
8.
start of trouble, as soon as I see
Yeah,
one
you're
starting
looking
to
around.
attack, I'm firing.
Okay. So as you're rowing the boat, you row past these black logs, and suddenly you feel the raft jerk as something is pulling at the raft. I need you all to make a surprise roll, please. You have a
What
minus.
is that?
So that's
what is
going to be. We'll just set it as a DC 10, but you
Okay,
all have a
just
minus 2.
Just a D20
Okay.
roll?
Just D20.
I've got surprise
minus
adjustment +2.
Okay, so your surprise adjustment is you don't have anything, but
Okay.
4.
I got exactly a 12. I got exactly a 10.
I rolled a 19.
Nice. With the minus 2 adjustment as well, Michael?
Yeah, because I rolled a 12 minus
Oh, okay.
2.
Awesome. So, Permita, you are taken aback as something reaches bursts out of the water, attempting to eat you. Now, Dareth, you are similar. You were a little less phased because you were preparing for something to eat you, but not from that side. And Lady Ishtalid, you're still having this huge mouthy creature, boom, pouncing out at you, but you are able to keep it together and draw your mud-soaked sword.
I have a sword. I have a halberd.
Your mud-soaked halberd.
Yeah.
Arrow.
Halberd.
So.
My halberd do mud damage. Extra mud damage.
Mud damage. All right. So this croc, I want you guys to roll initiative, please. There's no bonus to
No
that.
bonus.
There's no.
But
It's just a straight roll.
for me, you are last because you were surprised.
Yay. Not even gonna roll.
I got another 10.
Nice.
I got a
I
1.
got a 10.
It got a 9.
Whoa.
So
Hey.
is Ishulid, then Croc, then our friend Dareth, and then Permita.
Okay, what would I do?
Go
I
ahead.
just, so as this thing is lunging at me, I have the oar, and I just am gonna stick up the oar and, like, shove it into its mouth
Nice.
sideways to block its jaws, and then is that gonna be my whole turn, or can I make a halberd attack?
You can make a halberd attack.
Okay, so I shove the oar into its mouth, draw my halberd, and try to spear it through the throat.
Awesome. Let's see if you hit it.
Hell yeah.
Alright, I have a +1 bonus to this.
Okay.
My to hit armor class 0 is so I have to roll a 19 to hit a 0.
Yes. So you're going to have to roll a Thaco -5. You're gonna have to roll 14.
14 or higher. Okay.
Yep, 14 or higher.
I got 12, so no. Damn.
Okay. So you were able to quickly slam the oar into its mouth as it is drawing at you, but you're not quite able to bring your halberd down on its head, so it slices ineffectually through the water. Let's see if our friend can snap the. It's Thaco's. Okay. So Thaco's 17. Your armor class is 6. Okay.
So then, would that be?
I'm gonna write
If
that down.
it's to hit armor class 0 is 17, would it be 17 minus 6?
Yes. Math.
Okay.
So it's gonna have to
Cool.
roll.
I'm starting to get the fake.
There you go.
Bongo.
It's the Thinko.
The Thinko.
I'm
That's what we're calling it.
thinking of the Thaco.
Okay, so we're gonna see if it's going to snap the oar first.
Okay.
So it is able to. You see its disgusting yellowed teeth snap through this oar, leaving half of the oar with the paddle drifting into the murky depths, and the other half sliding out. And it will attack you, or try.
Not to
It's
worry,
going to try to.
we still have half an oar.
We're still
So-
flying
We
half.
still have the useless half of the oar.
Half an oar.
So
we have
it's-
1.5 oars.
True.
We have
do
1.5 oars, yeah.
1.5,
But I'm
1.5.
saying that this one is is still a half. We still have the working part.
its goal is it's going
You
to
know how
grab
oars
your
have
leg.
a working part?
It's going to grab your leg and drag you into the water, Lady Ishtalid. So let's see.
Me?
Yes.
Ruh-roh.
I got a 17, so that does hit. Because it had to roll at least 11, we're going higher. So that is.
Okay. Do I get to try and hang on to the boat, or is
That
it?
is 7 damage,
or is
and you can make a strength save to hold on to the boat as you're being pulled in by this big ass crocodile.
Okay.
Is this
I'm
it?
at.
This the end of the adventure?
The adventure ends as soon as
11.
the
I have 4 hit points, gang. I have 4 hit points.
We
We're
don't
getting
have
TPK'd
any
by a single
healer.
crocodile. We're gonna get TPK. Well, I don't know if a healer wouldn't do much. I don't think. I don't know how
No.
much clerics heal in this edition. Okay, so a strength check.
Yep, a strength check to try to hold on to the boat. What'd you get?
I fail. I rolled a 19.
Great.
My strength is
So
15.
you guys are
So I'm
seeing
pulled into the water.
Lady Ishtalid gets pulled
And
under
I'm
the
wearing
water.
armor, so this is not gonna be great.
In the
I'm sure
in
I'm
the
great
water.
at swimming in the water.
Being yanked over the side, and now your friend, armor clad, has been tossed into the water.
I have have endurance at least, so maybe that'll help me hold my breath.
That'll pass turn to Darius.
Alright.
Please save me. I'm dying.
Can
I'm just
Yeah, I'm gonna use my short bow and try to just almost get its attention.
Yeah.
I guess.
halberds work. I'm sure long pole arms work great in the water when you're up close.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah.
I should get advantage on that.
That
so you're gonna
under no circumstances will hit.
Oh,
That's a
God.
7.
Not good, not good. Okay. You can try to make a second one since you're not moving.
Haha. See, I don't even know how that works. Doesn't matter because the 7 won't hit.
Yeah, 7 won't hit.
Okay.
You have to get above
No,
a
it's
15.
just,
That's a
you
6.
hit armor class 0, and then you subtract their armor class from that to see what you have.
So it's not gonna. Neither of your arrows hit. They skitter ineffectually. One of them skewers a frog, and you can see there's a burst of steam
Ooh.
as you hit this frog.
Ooh, steamy
That frog could have killed us.
Yeah, it was the
That
frog.
frog could have been that
It was
frog
the
was
frog,
the
yeah.
BBEG.
It was the frog. You were worried about the frog the whole time.
BBEG is the frog.
So anyway, Bermuda, your friend is struggling in the water.
I have 4 hit points out of 11. If I
Help
get
him out.
hit, then I will die.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna help him out.
Okay.
I'm gonna
So-
try and
Try to yank him out. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
give him.
Make a strength throw, please.
I have fantastic strength.
No.
That was sarcasm.
You're making a strength roll against a crocodile. This might not go well.
I rolled an 11, and my strength is 9. So
So that
Failure.
fail. So
God.
you're pulling
Well, thank you for
to his
trying.
arm,
Thank you for
and
attempting.
you, as you're grabbing onto her gauntlet, the gauntlet slips free. But Lady Ishilid is not coming with it.
can I throw the gauntlet in the boat and try again?
Yeah, you can. You can
Now
do
I'm
that.
bootless and armorless.
And
now
foot,
I'm
and-
bootless
I
and
keep the
gauntlet.
gauntlet in the boat. You can put it back on
Yeah.
when you're back in the
Yeah,
boat.
fair enough.
But
Make another
Fair
try.
enough.
Bootless in Seattle.
I need to stop
Aha.
rolling well. I gotta stop.
A 12? That's gonna fail.
It still
Oh,
failed.
God.
So, clammy hand denies your grasp. That's gonna pass
Now,
turn to the
Johnny.
lady in the water.
Now, Johnny, I have proficiency in land riding.
Yeah.
If I were to get onto this crocodile's back, would that
Yeah, it would
be cool?
That would be cool.
That be cool?
That would be
Okay.
cool. Both mechanically and game.
So I'd have to break out of its jaws first, right? Is it still holding onto my leg?
Yeah, you'd have to get out of its jaws, and then you could try to grapple it or get on.
Okay. So let's see. I don't think there's anything I can do to get advantage because I'm in armor in the water.
Yeah.
So I'm just kicking at its
Gonna try-
face,
Cool.
trying to
So you're
get
gonna
out.
try to. Yeah.
Okay, let's make that roll. I have a 15 strength.
Cool.
I have a pretty good chance. Come
You got a
on.
very good chance.
I succeed!
Yay!
There's a cat here also.
Yeah, thank you for visiting the stream. So you managed to slam your booted foot against the jaw of the crocodile, and you were able to you hear the jaw bone snap as you break it, and your foot is wrenched free. So please roll 1d4 damage. We will see how much this crocodile is hurt.
1d4.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. For the crocodile. Good.
For the
Okay.
It
crocodile, not
was
for you.
frozen and it went so quick, and I was like, it was funny.
You can just throw them, it's fine.
I know, it's so funny every
I
time.
rolled 4 damage.
Great. So you crack the crocodile's jaw, and you can see there's this greenish yellow blood that is oozing from it.
Okay, and then I will... What do you guys... Would I have disadvantage to attack with the halberd in the water? I probably would, right?
Yeah, you'd have to grab a hold of it and then pull it out of the water and bring it around.
Yeah,
John,
Yeah, 619 the crocodile.
Okay. I will swim and try to get on its back, but what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, because there aren't any reins. Everybody knows that there aren't any reins. Are there reins on this crocodile?
Crocodile does not have reins on it. It does have the black spikes.
I'll make my own reins.
Uh,
I'll make my own reins.
Do we hear a ticking noise coming from its stomach?
I draw one of my 4 javelins and like pull it into its mouth to try to wrestle this crocodile and choke it to death.
And yeah, so you can use your riding proficiency because you are mounting this crocodile, and it's cool.
Okay. And it's dope. So I get advantage on this attack, right?
Yes, you get advantage on this attack. You have to roll at least your attack goes 19, its armor class is 5, you have to roll at least a 14 too.
At least a 14, okay. And I have a +1 to... actually, I'd be doing this with my halberd, not a javelin.
Okay.
Okay, so because I have +1 to hit with a halberd and I do +2 damage.
Yeah, makes sense.
Well, that's a 12 and an 8.
Not
it's a 12 and an 8, gang.
So you're able to wrench free, and you're able to swim. You're on its back, but it is actively bucking you.
I'm like, I'm rodeo.
Yeah. You cannot bring your halberd down to bear on this crocodile. So this crocodile is going to attempt to throw you off. I need you to make a dexterity throw to stay aboard the crocodile.
Nat 20, but that's a failure.
Ooh.
Yeah, you remember how this goes. So
Nat 20 is a failure.
You're fucked off. You're fucked off of the crocodile.
I go like a full 15 feet.
Yeah, and you hit the base of a tree. You're not damaged. It does not hurt you, but you are at this thing's mercy.
Actually, you know how crocodiles have that really big jaw power? It moved me forward and then snapped its jaw up with that, and I just
launched you off.
The thing with crocodiles is that they're really good at biting down, but like the tiniest amount of pressure on their jaw will keep it closed.
That's interesting.
Like there's pictures of a crab holding a crocodile's jaw shut with its pictures.
Maybe it's time to figure it out.
I wish that I knew that. I definitely don't. I have an 11 intelligence, so I definitely know that.
I don't. Do I know that?
17. All right.
No,
so
my character would not know that, but I.
No, but you know that. That's pretty. That's a neat fact, actually.
It is a neat fact.
Thank you. See, we're more than just D&D. We're educators.
So why did I take the lantern? I do have dark vision. I'm a half elf.
So as you're slammed against the back of the tree, Lady Ishield, you see its tail lash right above your head and skirt narrowly by. So it has missed its attack, and that will pass turn to Darius.
All right. Fire in more arrows.
So I'm behind this crocodile.
You're behind the crocodile.
If you attack it, I can get flanking. If you attack it, I can flank it.
Yeah.
And that'll give me advantage, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine that's how it works.
It is much more beneficial for me to stay at range than go into melee.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I mean, if she attacks at range...
That's a 13. No.
Does that hit?
No.
It does not hit.
No?
No, it's your armor. You need to have a 15 or higher. So your arrows once again skitter ineffectually into the water. Though you do see one of the frogs hops over the arrow, and onto an adjacent.
Taunting me.
Darius, did you make 2 attacks or just 1?
No, that was just 1.
Okay, but you can make another because you're not moving.
No, that does not hit.
So as the frog.
We're gonna get killed by this crocodile.
I should have only bought 8 pages of this book. As the frog hops over the arrow, you skewer it with another arrow, and it bursts into steam. So Permuta, It's your turn. Your friend is still stuck in the water.
Yeah.
I'm not stuck in the water. I got hit by a tree.
Yeah.
Wait, so is it a tree that was like growing out of the water,
Yeah, it's out of the water.
or am I on like a shore? It's out
No,
of the water.
it's growing out of the water.
Okay, cool. So I'm still in the water.
How far
How deep
away
is the water that I'm in right now? Yeah.
The water that you're in is about
water.
3.5 feet deep. So you're barely
Okay,
coming.
so I'm not fully underwater, but it's definitely not comfortable if I'm 5 feet tall.
Yeah.
I would be fully underwater.
I'm sloshing around.
So how far away is the crocodile and lady?
So the crocodile is about 2 feet away from the boat.
Behind it, and I'm directly behind it.
Yeah, and you're directly behind it.
Okay, so I'm going to take out one of my cards and I'm gonna throw it.
Ooh.
I was
Why?
gonna get actual cards for this, but I forgot.
It's a bit, yeah.
I mean, what happens if we get TPK'd in the first 10 minutes of a charity stream?
Well, then I guess we have to try it again. Just keep trying it.
We try again. We make new characters.
They respawn.
We've disappointed all of our friends at the Bottle Cap Brigade.
The rest of the stream is just us muddling through how to make new characters again.
Yeah, we're just making new characters.
Raising lots of money making second edition characters.
Where you have to roll above or below the number.
This is where you have to roll above.
You want to roll above, but you have your to hit armor class 0, and then you subtract their AC. So
I got a 9.
No.
Beautiful.
No, that's not it.
The target would need to have an AC of 11 for that to work.
Yeah, well, what's your THACO? What's your THACO?
What's my THACO? 20.
What's your?
Yeah.
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 Because it's the crocodile's AC is 5, so you would have to roll a 15 or higher.
Yeah.
All right. Now it's the crocodile's turn.
No, it's your turn, Lady Ishold.
Wait.
Quick question: do I have to count how many cards I have?
No. Wait, you have another attack. Do you want to use it?
Oh yeah, totally. I just didn't know.
You're not moving.
I didn't know if you wanted me to like.
You want to use it?
No.
I am using it. I didn't know if you wanted me to count how many cards I'm using. No, I'm attacking still. I'm gonna get this croc off your goddamn tail.
Knock off your dock, dude.
Dude.
That's a 6.
Ooh.
Dude, this crocodile needs to hop off my dick.
Ah.
God.
I'd say it needs to get your croc. That croc needs to get off your jock, but yeah. There's a lot of good. There's a lot of good rhyming you can do with that.
I have a really good chance to hit this thing, and I keep missing.
You do have so you're at the rear. You have a +2 to your attack because you are attacking from the rear.
+2 to my attack. Okay, but I don't have advantage because nobody hit an attack.
There's no flank.
Okay. So I have a +3 to hit. If I grab its tail and pull it back, could I make a strength check to get advantage?
Yeah.
Okay. Succeed on the strength check.
So you reach out and grab
my strength. Wait. My strength is 15, and I rolled a 15. Is that a success?
That's a success.
Okay, great. Then yeah. So
you pull the crocodile tail rope back toward you. So you don't have advantage.
Jam my halberd down and hopefully maybe hit.
Fingers crossed.
Wait.
I got a +3 and advantage.
The thing is that I rolled a natural 1, and I know that it seems like I'm trying to get a free reroll, but it did like hit the paper and then roll back. So I don't know if that counts.
So if you want to re-roll it,
I mean, a natural 1 is
no, it's just a failure in that case.
Yeah, a natural 1 is an instant failure. So
yeah, go ahead if it didn't land straight.
Okay.
I did that to you guys
so that's not much better.
We're doing fantastic.
Wait, even with the advantage?
I don't have advantage. I just have a +2. I would have had advantage when you guys hit, but because you all missed.
You pulled
you grabbed it.
You pulled the tail.
Oh, okay.
Remember?
Should I make another roll or make 2 rolls?
Make another roll.
I'll just make 1 roll.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'll just make 1 more roll and take the higher one. Jesus Christ.
We're doing
This
great.
is so complicated.
That's a 13.
Okay.
And I would have to get a 14. So
you get a 10 and you added 3.
Yeah, so thanks a lot, crocodile.
Please, just okay. You're so close to it that you just jam the halberd right into its back. Please roll the damage. For the stream's sake,
I didn't hit though.
you did
You
hit. You hit
can't
it.
give
You
this
hit
to
it.
me.
You hit it.
I
I
won't-
can give it to you. I just
Okay.
did. I'm
Take it,
altering the
Michael.
deal.
Okay, but
Pray I
it's
don't
cheap.
alter it any further.
Please, we
Okay.
don't want a TPK.
I want a
The
TPK to
first
this crocodile.
encounter.
What would have happened? If we're idiots and we try to fight this crocodile.
Listen, Bottle Cap
Okay.
Brigade isn't going up for a few more hours. We gotta fill the time somehow.
8 damage. It's 8 damage.
Okay, so you don't kill it.
Okay.
But you do manage to jam the halberd into its back. And you're so close to the crocodile that it's going to reel around and attempt to bite you again.
Okay, I have 4 hit points.
Yep, and I
No
have to.
punches, Johnny. If I die, I die.
The Thaco
Okay.
to hit is 11. Let's see if we get it. That's a 19. Okay.
Alright.
So
Kill me,
it's
crocodile.
snapping at you with its jaws. And that's
How
7
does
damage.
dying work? Okay.
So we're gonna go
I
and say
have
that.
-3 hit points.
So you have been gored by its teeth. Your chest is bloodied, and your armor has been torn through, and you have fallen to save ends. So that
This
is
is
going
why
to
we
pass turn
need
to
an
Darius.
age minimum of 18 to go on adventures.
Yeah. A 16-year-old just got
Alright.
gruesomely gored in a swamp.
Alright. Let's
Alright,
go
alright.
for it.
Crocodile's
We're going
committing a
for
war
it.
crime. Crocodile is committing a war crime right now.
That's an 18. That's an 18.
Ah.
Thank God.
For
Alright.
solid 1d6 damage.
Alright.
As long as you get a 1.
That's a 4.
Okay. So you shoot an arrow through its eye, and you see its eye juices mixed with blood leaking out of the orifice as the crocodile has been killed, and your friend is hanging, floating,
Alright,
lying in the water as black water is being dyed red. Okay.
Alright.
Grab.
Stabilize me, bitch. Try and
Yeah.
stabilize me.
Gonna bring him back to the raft before stabilizing.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
definitely. Also, what is the what would you roll for stabilizing?
It's gonna be a medicine check.
So
it'll
wisdom?
be
So
with-
what?
That's me.
What is
That's me.
medicine?
Wisdom?
Let me.
Okay,
and
you do it.
wisdom- Yeah, wisdom
You have 9. I have 16.
I'll help, so you can have advantage though.
Is that how that? Are we allowing help actions?
Is helping.
You roll the help action.
Yay,
Sick.
help action! Help!
That's a 13.
Yeah.
No, that's good.
I'm
That's
fine.
good. I've got
Yeah,
16.
Yeah.
I know.
So you're able to
Yeah.
stabilize. You're able to stabilize your friend, staunching their crocodile bites, and healing them for 2 hit points.
Alright, so am I at -1 now, or am I at 2?
You're at 2.
Okay.
God.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Ed?
Welcome to
Ooh, boy.
welcome to what's the name of the place? Yeah. So
Come to hell, can I give you a hand?
yeah, you guys are able
take
to.
a really long time to rest. Also,
Well,
How long does it
you
take
can do
us
it
to
on the
rest?
boat.
Just
You
rest.
camp for the night, and then
The two of us can row. You just sit back and chill.
No, because the crocodile just went for you.
Yeah, the crocodile wanted to kill me.
Sit back and chill. We'll take care of
Yeah.
rowing.
We'll row,
Okay,
you
thank
take
you.
a vibe. You just vibe.
initially, can you make a perception check for me?
I succeed.
As you're enjoying your life, you look around and you see there's a flat-bottomed boat, the wreckage of a flat-bottomed boat sticking out of the bog, and you can see it's covered in moss. And
Maybe get that one. If we maybe get that boat.
What?
I mean,
Is it wreckage or is it a boat?
it's a boat. It seems to be just overturned for now.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
How
Flip
deep
towards
how
this
deep is,
boat.
how deep is the water?
try
Here.
to flip it over.
You guys, I assumed you guys got back on the raft and started traveling again.
Yes.
We did.
Yeah, we did.
So the water's about 2.5 feet deep in this section.
Okay, so maybe our 3-foot tall companion shouldn't get into the water.
Drown.
Just like
Water is to here.
I'm healthy and I'm healthy enough to try and flip over this boat.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Are you sure about
Fine.
that?
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Alright. So you get out of the raft and you wander over to the flat bottom boat.
Pulled under by a crocodile.
No crocodile. There's a mist hanging in the air, and
Okay.
there's some strange shrieking crows that are nearby, but you've been hearing this since you arrived at this swamp, so not really anything that has been causing any harm yet. So you are standing at this boat. What do you seek to do with it?
I'm going to try and just capsize it. Flip it.
Make a strength check, please.
Success.
Alright.
So you flip the boat, and as you flip the boat, it collides onto the water, and you can see it is larger than the raft you have now. There was once a mast, but it is beginning to sink back into the water again, as there's a gaping hole in the center. However, flipping the boat has revealed a chest that has
Whoa.
that has clearly been there for a very long time.
Get over here, lockpickers.
Alright.
Wait, do you want to do this one?
What?
I've got a 35% chance. What about you?
What about me? Open locks. I never did the total for any of these.
Hey,
So I'm gonna be doing that super quickly.
Yeah, just figure that out. We can have
Yeah.
what does advantage look like for
25 would be my lock picking. So
You've
you'll
got
know.
25%? Okay. So I guess I am
wait. I can if I carry Bermuda over on my shoulders, she can come and help you out, and then you can roll 4 dice.
okay.
Yeah, or you can just bash the lock open if you're really feeling ambitious. If it gets to that point, you could try.
Yeah.
Well, let's
Okay.
try it.
Please go ahead. Give me a couple percentiles.
I need
let's
to
see.
roll lower than percent chance, right?
Yeah, we're gonna roll
Or
lower
you
than
can subtract it from 100 and do it that way.
Haha, that is a
Right.
solid no.
Gotcha.
Okay. Well, did you do it with advantage?
Nope, not yet.
I mean, you guys can just take as much time with
Second one. Here we go.
That's a success. 22.
Yeah.
All right,
Nice.
Darius, you wander over to the new chest, seeking some kind of interesting items, and with a little bit of fiddling with your lock picking kit, you're able to break off the rusted old lock. And within the chests, there is a few containers of a few wraps of waterlogged rations. There are some clothes, including some boots, and there are 2 cloth-wrapped items that are about 3 feet long.
Well, let's carefully unwrap them then.
Okay.
I'm not.
Carefully unwrapping
Yeah.
the cloth, you'll reveal.
I assume I can I have one of the boots?
Yes.
No, you don't get access. You lost
I
your
have missed
boot
my boots.
privileges.
You lost it fair and square.
Get out.
You're the rogues be like, these are my boots. I found them.
So unwrapping the cloth bundle, you reveal a sheath with a short sword in it. It's a pretty plain-looking short sword, but drawing the blade, you can see that the iron has been forged with flecks of silver. There are 2 +1 short swords in these rolls.
Okay, I should probably take one because I'm a fighter, right? And then who is a better warrior among you two?
I don't have proficiency in short swords.
I don't have
Wow.
proficiency in short swords either.
Well, I have proficiency in long swords, so I would only have a -1.
2 swords. 2 swords it is.
My 2 swords. Okay. Wait, it's 2 + 2 swords or +1?
+1. There's 2 +1 swords in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they're short swords.
They're short swords. 2 +1 short swords.
Well, I have long.
I guess they're worth money.
True. They
you
are
wanna see
worth
that.
money.
Proficiency, so that's not.
Could see if reforge them into longswords somewhere.
When in
Yeah.
doubt, be sure to sell out.
Nice. Alrighty. So, you guys have continued to paddle and restore from your encounter with the crocodile, but you're not sure how long you've paddled. Time is kind of losing meaning for you guys. It's just you've paddled for what might be 2 days, but could be 3 days, could be 5 days, could be more, could be less. You're just seeing the days pass with no avail. And finally, a little dry island of land rises out of the stagnant water. The light comes from a fire that forms in the center of the small camp. In the flickering light, you can see a colorful wagon with 2 old mares, 3 gaily clad children, and an old woman. And a moment later, 2 men step into view. One is old and thin, and the other is young and strapping strong. They settle themselves beside the fire. Then the old man looks up, directing the gaze of his good eye upon you. The other one is plainly milky and blank. The man smiles, and you can see his rotted teeth, and he motions with a withered hand, beckoning you to join the campfire. We've delayed long enough.
Yeah.
We have been putting off the inevitable long enough. Let us please continue the excitement.
Yeah. I mean, at the end, we're gonna have to fight a zombie crocodile.
At the end, it's just gonna be another crocodile.
The ultimate end goal is fighting a zombie crocodile.
Okay,
Well-
so I have 2. So, alright, wait, am I getting both of these short swords?
Just so you.
Well,
Alright,
thank you guys. That's very nice of you.
Wow, unexpected kindness from our vagabond friends. So you have come across this
Hey,
old camp.
I'm not a vagabond.
You've come across this wagon, a camp. There's an old man beckoning you with a gnarled hand and 1 milky eye, and your raft is probably about 30 feet away.
Do we trust this guy? Is this
Well,
very
I'm
trust-
not. I'm bleeding out, so we need some medical
Okay,
assistance.
fair enough. Okay.
So yeah, we will continue on.
Yeah. We're
And
gonna
I'm trying to get some shut eye in the back of the
check out this old man.
Thank you.
Okay, you're gonna go and see them? Okay. Awesome. So, you have.
Okay.
How are you approaching them?
With
Are they?
moving?
I mean,
Yeah,
obviously,
I mean, we're still on the boat,
Yeah,
right?
in the
Are they
boat.
on a shore?
Yeah,
they're on an island in the middle of the swamp.
Okay.
baby
So
island.
then, you guys go ahead, and I'll just trail a few feet behind you because I'm gonna walk slower than you guys.
Okay. I'll do the talking.
Awesome.
Alright, sounds good. Aw,
Okay.
thank you. With my dope short swords that I dual wield.
your boot, your mismatching boots, and
Yeah,
your
my
short.
Mismatching
cool
boot
mismatching
time.
boots.
So, yeah, you found a pair of boots, but I don't think
Yeah,
you chose.
no, I only took 1 boot though.
Leave it for the
So
next
you
one.
have mismatching boots.
My mother gave me these pair of boots. I have to honor her. Yeah.
So, so you guys are approaching, and the
Yeah.
the little kids are running around. Seems like they're playing some kind of tag, and their frocks are dragging upon the ground. But the old man is coming toward you, and you can see he's walking with a gnarled staff. Well, another set of travelers in the swamp. It's interesting to see you.
There are more travelers in the swamp?
Well, we are travelers in a way.
I mean, besides you guys, I didn't think it was very common to have people travel in the swamp.
Do you have a doctor?
Oh
Is there
yeah.
a doctor here, sir?
My wife might be able to tend to you. Did you? These are. These are fell times indeed.
Yes.
Well,
Here's
if
some
you.
giant crocodiles in the swamp.
We
Much,
did
much
notice
larger than you would think. Much more powerful.
just a lot of crocodiles, very large crocodiles.
We fought multiple.
Yes.
And we
Yes.
killed them all. Oh, by the way, Johnny, did we get XP for that crocodile?
Yeah, there's 65 XP.
65. Not a
For that
2065.
almost near death experience.
Definitely worth it for that 65 experience.
So,
Would do it again in a heartbeat.
Darius, you're looking around and you see you see two other members of the group. There is the strong young man who has black hair and a mustache to match, and there is another woman who is a very large, kind-looking woman with silver eyes and hair that is flowing down in very large curled locks. Yes, if Rihanna, there's a man here who might, or there's a woman, a young woman here, who might need some attention. If you could spare a moment. And the large woman comes over and nods. Hello, I can try to do what I can. We don't have much. We had to move very quickly. But if you follow me, and she takes you toward a stump.
Look back at Darius with my short cropped hair and angular face, like, why does everybody think I'm a man?
Okay, so yeah, Carloni is their son. The younger man is kind of staying away, just keeping an eye on the kids, not really making much eye contact with you. But the older man is seeming to, the son is obviously pacing, keeping an eye on the animals, like just wants to keep moving. But the older man is trying to, talk to you.
Nice.
Hello. Well, where are you off to in this swamp at this time of day? I mean, it's quite nearly dark.
I have the memory of a goldfish. What was the city we were heading to?
Neverwinter.
We're Neverwinter. Okay, I thought we were already in Neverwinter. Thank you.
Neverwinter? Never heard of such a place. It must be far, far away from here. The only place that I know of is there's a small village a few miles from here. It's at the edge of the swamp. Probably another days or two travel.
That's helpful because then from there we can go then.
You were coming from Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate to Never. Got it. But we're trying to get to Neverwinter. We're probably gonna go around the swamp once we get out of it. If we end up in the wrong spot.
Still, this old man still does not understand. Where is this? No visual recognition of Neverwinter. Not a place that he's familiar with.
Could you perhaps tell us where we are now? Are we not on the Sword Coast?
Sword Coast? No, my friend. You're in Sword Coast. You're in the islands of, oh, jeez. It slips my mind. Oh, yes, and the sun shouts over, Sarunia! You're on the islands of Sarunia!
We're where?
Yeah, the islands of this is not good.
Do I know where this place is?
You've never heard of this place.
Alright.
How? It's not that big of a swamp. We weren't walking for that long.
So the wife is tending to you, Lady Ishlit, who introduces herself as Rayana, and she's a very kind woman, trying to bandage you up and take care of you, and so she heals you for 6 hit points.
Yeah.
It's a nice
I'm
woman.
almost at full. I'm at 8 out of 11.
I might not. I'm Skarengi. I'm not the most knowledgeable man around, but you might. The village might have more help for you in terms of getting where you're going, but this is not a place to visit at night. Might be better to stay in the swamp, actually.
Interesting.
And Brianna hears this
Really?
and cries out, "To speak of evil is to invite it to dinner. But rather than invite evil, we could invite you." And Skarengi, with a flash in his good eye, says, yes, please, stay the night. Perhaps there might even be time for fortune-telling.
Wonderful.
Yeah, thank you. That's very nice of you to offer.
Alright.
It certainly is.
So, you're sitting around, and you're eating dinner with these people. They're not telling you much. They're not the kids. They're trading a couple of stories, but mostly they're just kind of eating. And the young man, very on edge, very much does not want to talk to you guys. Just wants to clean up and get going.
I'll respect that.
That's excellent, Brianna. What is it?
Sorry, I
I
couldn't hear
said
you.
this food is excellent, Brianna. What is it?
There's some. We've carried a few spices with us from the village, and it was quite simply just taking a little bit of preserved meat that we had and some water, adding the spices in, and these biscuits my husband has made have lasted us for months. There's actually
Excellent.
we took everything from a local farm, and as well this wine, and she produces a bottle of wine, and offers it, to pass it around. Please, if you'd like some wine, it's the last token we have of the village.
Just one glass. I'll just have one glass.
I take the wine from my lady.
Just one glass.
No, I take the wine from. I take it.
Okay.
No,
Let's slow down a bit there.
You.
I need you to.
I can't have one glass.
No.
I think they've earned it. Anyway, so yes, it's from a local winery. It's the Tarascon winery. Shit.
Tarascon?
Tarascon. It's
If you're thinking about getting more wine, you're not allowed to.
And Skarengi looks over, and there's a dark look on his face. And Rayana kind of quiets down after that. Well, children, I think it might be time to go to bed. We do have to leave quite early in the morning tomorrow. And the kids, who were chowing down on some sugar biscuits, they all stand up and kind of wave goodbye to you all. And you see them head into the wagon with Rayana at the fore. And you can see, I want you to make a wisdom perception, or wisdom check to see if you can spot there's something in this wagon.
Failure.
Success.
Yay.
There's a woman in this wagon. The one person that you did not see. She's got deep black eyes, black and brown eyes, and fiery red lips, and a very symmetrical looking face with black hair and braids coming down. You only see her for a moment, but you do see her. And
when I see her, I don't know if she sees me back, but I'm just gonna give her a polite smile and wave.
Okay. She makes eye contact with you and gives you a dazzling smile, and her teeth are as white as snow. And as soon as the children enter the wagon, she exits, and she has a small pouch of a small leather pouch that she's carrying. And Skarengi motions to her and says, "Please, Valana, it's safe. Don't worry about them. They're not who you think they might be. Sit. And
I'm telling you, Bermuda, my days of indulgence are behind me. I can have one glass. I'm a knight now. In fact, I
Yes.
shouldn't be having any. But
Exactly.
to live if I want wine, to live inauthentically is the only sin I can commit.
You are allowed to have one glass. A singular glass.
Live a little.
You'll hold me to it.
Yes,
Alright.
I will.
All right. I take out my wine, my
Wine
wine.
glass.
Your wine
I feel like that meme.
No,
where
I just
you're
have a
gonna
little
want
flask. I just have a little flask. I don't have a cup. I don't
Yeah.
carry a wine glass with
you have
me.
a wine flask.
So I'll just
It's
take
like
out my
that
little,
you can have
my
one
little flask.
spoonful, and it's the giant spoon.
Uh-huh.
So,
So, do we see this woman now? Is she coming out the front, or is she coming out?
she's
the
coming
back?
out. She's coming out to see you.
Okay.
She's approaching from the back of the wagon to the campfire, and Skarengi has a bold smile on his face. He's very happy. This is my beautiful daughter Valana. She will tell you your fortune if you wish.
Oh,
And
well, it's great to meet you, Valana.
the pleasure is mine. If you like, I can cast the runes for you. And she takes a sip of the wine glass and kind of toys with her. You can see her fingers are full of rings, and she's just kind of enjoying some fresh air.
Well, do either of you want to go first? I have a I have a prior appointment with this
We
wine.
got something else going on.
Yeah.
Still the single.
Yeah.
Um,
The Sam Regal
The
giant
Sam Regal giant glass.
glass.
This-
I
this
would. I wouldn't mind.
Well, the trouble began when I cast the runes for this quiet and lost young man. Perhaps it'll end with another casting. And she produces a pan that had been cooked upon and flips it over, sets it upon her lap. And then she opens the bag and dumps this bunch of stone tiles into her hand and begins to cast them. And then after gazing once again into your eyes, she drops the tiles into the pan.
Wait, which one of us?
You're looking at you, Pernita. The last one has called you, Valana gasps. Each member of her family hastily makes a protective gesture. The dead will walk in the coming storm, and you must find a way to put them to rest. If you cannot, the vein will turn to blood, and it will drown you and all of Moray de Tarscan. Skarengi quickly ushers his wife and daughter into the wagon. No charge for your fortune, the old man adds hastily. It is time to rest at the adventures of the day.
What is the
Yeah,
trouble
yes.
the quiet young man brought you? What's the trouble?
They're not willing. They're all blanched and all ushering in. And Skarengi pokes his head back out and says, "Be our guests and please sleep behind our fire." Carloni is the only one who's sitting outside. And you can see he's sitting with a spear on his lap and a cloak surrounded by him in the carriage front seat.
Wow.
I don't want to bother him right now. It seems like he might try to spear us to death.
Yes, indeed.
Guessing she's not interested in a date.
Well, after a few moments,
Why?
You
She's
can
hot!
you can see Valana's form outlined in the wagon door. "Beware the madman," she whispers. "Beware his blood." And then one more time it echoes through the night as she disappears. "Beware the madman.
Madman.
Beware his blood." And just like that, there. The wagon doors have been closed.
Well, it's time to make camp.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well,
Woo,
I've never been
camp
one for
time.
predestination, but this doesn't sound great.
No,
Yep.
it
Did you-
doesn't.
Did you write that down?
Yes.
Looks like you're writing down. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So that's something you will need to remember. Anyway, so you guys, are you setting a watch?
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
Yes.
Okay. So you set a watch, and nothing happens.
I do have
Really?
a small tent, so
Sick. So you
Yay.
got one tent.
Very nice. We
Tent,
have those
baby.
rations.
Yep.
Yeah,
So you can
there's a
eat
lot of
and
rations.
restore back up to full.
Restore back
thought
up to
we-
full.
I thought we had dinner that they gave us that we ate.
Yeah, you're right. You don't have to. You don't have to eat those. My bad.
Okay.
You don't, you don't
Are we
eat
restored
like
back to full
hungry.
by their great dinner?
By their dinner and by your
Restore our heroic spirit with their great
Yeah.
dinner, their great biscuits, and then their telling of dooms.
biscuits and foretelling of doom.
Yeah.
But she was pretty.
Biscuits and doomsdays.
You literally described her as pretty. Like,
Describes her as shapely.
Can we make that the title?
Shapely.
Biscuits and doomsdays.
shapely?
That's such a good VOD. Yeah, that
Shapely.
was. But it was. Yeah. So,
Shapely. Gary
Yeah.
Gygax, just say she has a big ass.
it wasn't Gary Gygax. He was kicked out of
Just
the
say
company.
she's a
Please,
fat ass.
let's stop.
Yeah.
Let's stop the madness.
No, we never stop our madness.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so we know that a quiet young man got his fortune told, and then that's where bad
And
stuff happened.
Shit started going down.
Yeah, it seemed like, what was her name? Valana?
Valana.
Lala.
Okay, Valana.
Valala.
She's just
Valala or Valana?
Valala.
Valana. And then.
Valana.
Valana. Okay,
Valana.
I was hearing you wrong.
Valana
Yeah.
equals fortune teller. So
So
it seems like she was reticent to tell our fortune because of whatever happened with this quiet young man.
Yeah.
And for I guess right reason.
Yeah.
Because I mean, at least we're not evil. We just have to stop
Stop
the
us.
Stop
rising,
whatever it
stop the rising dead and the
rising
blood
evil.
rain.
And the blood.
I
And the
think
blood
by
rain.
And the blood
stopping the
rain.
rising dead, we stop the blood rain.
Okay. Well, I would
I
hope
think
so.
that's how
We'll find out.
Yeah, the last one is called "Dead Will Walk with the Coming Storm." You must find a way to put them to rest. If you cannot, the rain will turn to blood. It will drown you and all of Marie de Tarascon.
So we're
Okay.
probably in Marie de Tarascon.
Is that Johnny? So did she say Tarascon before, or did I about the wine? So it's
about the
Marie de
wine.
Tarascon and
Yes.
Tarascon.
Well,
So
yeah, it's
two different.
No, it's
Two
the
different
same
names.
place. So Tarascon.
Okay.
Just
Tarascon. Okay.
Tarascon. Both are matching.
Marie de Tarascon.
Marie de Tarascon and
Okay.
Tarascon Winery.
Okay.
Marie de
Alright.
Tarascon. Marie of Tarascon?
Marie
Yeah.
de Tarascon.
Yes.
Okay, so there's.
So is Marie of Tarascon a person?
No, it's
It appears to be a
It's-
It
place.
seems like a town. It seems like a town.
Okay, because Marie de Tarascon, I
Yeah.
know
It's
it
probably
sounds
named
like
after a person.
Marie
Yeah.
of
Yes.
Tarascon.
Probably,
Someone
yeah,
named
it's,
Marie.
it's probably
who's
named
from
after a
Tarascon.
person.
yeah, and I'm probably
So,
pronouncing it wrong.
I was just
so we have to beware
Right.
the man, beware the madman, and beware his blood. Now I'm
Yeah.
just guessing, but it seems like the quiet man might be this bad boy, this bad guy.
Well, I mean-
It seems like the quiet man is this very mean kid.
I'm under the assumption that you've been traveling as well. Like
Yeah.
you,
No, we're
like,
I thought
we're
we were
after
staying
we wake up.
here.
Okay, so as
yeah,
this,
after we wake up, we're traveling.
As this
Okay,
discussion is going on, you are still traveling.
Yeah, so
Um,
we'll sleep the night and then travel.
Yeah.
So the night just passes uneventfully.
Yep, just
Yeah.
passes on eventually. There's you
Alright, great.
fall asleep to the shrieking of the crows and the chirping of the steam frogs.
Woo.
Steam
Um,
frogs.
These freaking
Steam
steam
frog.
frogs.
I
You
said
want to
I'm
try
a
and
crow.
hunt for
Or
a
not my
steam
crow,
frog?
my falcon.
You want to try and hunt for a steam frog?
Can I get my falcon to hunt a steam frog?
Yeah, you could be like, "Hey, Lazarus, go find me a frog."
Lazarus, I need you to do this.
Okay.
Go get a frog.
The hawk says, okay.
Affirmative.
Falcon.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Okay.
So you dispatch Lazarus in the evening, and the blind falcon returns with a steam frog, alive and well. So you have a frog.
Yay!
Okay.
Oh my god, you are the best.
Okay, we're gonna eat this, right? Or we're not keeping it as a pet? I don't want to keep a frog
Yeah,
as
no,
a pet.
we
Okay.
can eat the frog.
Frog is pet. Okay. So as you guys are eating the frog,
We cook it. We cook it.
okay.
It's
We
great.
cook the frog.
you cook it in
Really
the
good.
ramen.
What's it
I mean,
taste? What's it taste like?
it's already steamed frog.
It's kind of like
Already
sashimi.
steaming.
It's kind of like sashimi. So it's where you
Ooh,
thin,
sashimi frog.
thin slice it and serve it with some swamp greens.
It's a
And,
one of greens.
it's a filling lunch with a little bit of a tangy taste to the meat of the steamed
Us
frog.
campaigners don't get very good food usually, do we? This steamed frog it's not bad.
So the trees in this part of the swamp close in around the raft, forming a thick tangle of branches and exposed roots, making progress slow and difficult. You have abandoned the raft as sharp, broken limbs scratch your arms and legs. Oh no, you're still pushing the raft as you're pushing the raft forward. And the wind whistles an odd, lifeless tune as it rushes through the leaves overhead and they fall onto your heads. As you break through a clump of foliage, a single light appears in the distance. It's brighter than more than just one lantern, and it's warm and inviting in the cold, damp air. The light isn't at eye level. It hovers in the dark so that you must look up to see it. Like moths to a flame, you and your raft slide easily and almost magnetically toward the source of the light. It's a small wooden house, hardly larger than a shack, and light spills out of its two front windows and a wide open door. The house appears to be suspended in the air above the surface of the swamp, its reflection shimmering in the dank pool before it.
Huh. Is
Does
I
one
don't
of
think
you-
this is the town.
Should we knock or like just
You wanna
get a
go up
quick,
to
I'll knock.
peek in the window?
I,
Okay.
I
Get a quick
Um,
peek.
I do give a quick little. I would like to sneak and get a little peek in the window. Just a
A
little.
quick peek. A
A
quick
quick
peek.
peek.
Quick
A quick peek.
No, a quick
A
peek.
quick peek.
Quick peek.
Quick
So
peek.
creeping toward the house, you realize it's on stilts.
I'm protects
There's
from
no-
the
That
You
might,
evil
cannot-
swamp bloods.
you
that might
cannot-
make it more difficult.
You cannot see inside of the structure. You can only see there are no windows.
Then I thought there were lights
Yeah,
spilling
wasn't
out
there
the window.
light spilling out of
there's-
two
there's
windows?
there's two windows. The back wall only has a single window. There's one on the front and one on the back. My apologies. The walls are completely bare, and there is no porch on the front of it. There is a small dock beneath it.
Is
And
there a
as you
door?
approach, no, there's a rope. There's a trap door on the bottom
Where's
of it.
the door?
Okay,
And-
so
Okay.
Roll a
So-
sneaking check for me, please.
Yeah,
Oh.
and then we can also just ask if we're going the right way towards Marita Terrascon.
Alright.
yeah.
Sneak.
So move silently,
Where's
right?
out there?
Yes.
50% chance, baby.
Yeah, bada bing.
Oh, you're rolling?
Both of you can.
I'll.
Yeah,
um,
I'll stay back. I'll
Yeah.
stay back and
Because I
wait
have
for
a
a signal.
25. I have a 25% chance.
Got it?
Okay, so this
I got
means
it.
success. This means success. That's the universal sign.
Oh, I actually got Wait, is 0, 100 or just
Yes.
like?
Yeah, it's 100.
It's
100.
100.
So you did not.
That means that you fail.
Oh no! I got 106 then.
Oh.
Um,
0,
if
0
you-
with a 0 is 100. 0,
Oh,
0
But otherwise,
means
it's
single
just a single
digits
digit.
otherwise.
Yeah.
Great,
Okay.
I got a
So
6
if you got
then.
0, 0, and
Okay.
6, but yeah, so you probably succeed.
Okay.
I would hope.
Yeah,
I
out of
sure would
20.
hope you'd succeed on
Yeah,
that one.
both of you guys
Sure would
succeed
hope so.
as sneaking, but suddenly a rope ladder drops from the trap door. No figure steps into the light to greet you, and no shadow passes the open trapdoor. The ladder, constructed of wooden steps and a thick rope, simply rolls out with a brief clatter of knocking wood. The last step hangs just above the surface of the fetid water, seemingly inviting you up to climb.
Can I?
Waiting
Could I
outside. So what do you
hear
got?
anything
So
when
if
they
you
drop
can
the ladder?
Give me a sign.
Just the clicking of the wood, the ding, 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 as the ladder drops.
Ooh, I don't feel
can
good
keep-
about this one.
Yeah, do you guys want me to keep watch out here, or do you
Let's
want to
go
give me
up
a
the
sign to beckon me? If you don't give me a sign, I'm just gonna stay out here.
Okay, if I'm gonna go back over and say, okay, if anything goes wrong, I'm just gonna yell really loudly.
Great.
Here,
Hear
wait,
a very
I
loud
can
yell.
Over.
I can pop my head
Can you
up.
come over to the
and
bottom
just
of the
be like,
ladder, or you're doing the like?
Yeah. It's like, boop.
like climb up the ladder
Yeah.
and reach it.
Is there a front door, Johnny?
No. It's just a
No,
trapdoor.
just the trapdoor.
Okay, cool. So I'll wait at the bottom of the ladder.
Okay.
Mhm. Anything
Yeah.
bad happens, I'm just gonna yell. I'm not gonna do it now.
Out of sight of the light, though, so that if someone were looking down, they wouldn't be
Yeah.
able to see. Yeah.
Let us climb the trapdoor. Let
I'm
us
gonna
see
hold-
what we have.
I'm gonna hold a card at the ready.
Yeah, like I'm gonna like climb up a little bit, poke my head in, look around, and then if I'm not getting attacked, climb all the way in.
Straight up breaking into this house. A little
Yep.
bit.
Climbing up.
We're
Okay.
a little breaking in.
So you guys are climbing the ladder.
Salt ladder.
And as you get in, the little house only has one room. All told, more than 24 lanterns hang from pegs on the wall and sit on the warped wooden floor, flooding the shack in way too much light. Hold on. Okay, flooding the shack in way too. To the right of the door, unopened boxes have been stacked neatly against the wall. An open-top barrel sits beside the boxes. In the center of the room, facing the door, is a young man. He sits within a circle of 5 burning lanterns, with his large, blank eyes fixed in place. The young man is unusually thin and pale. His long, blonde hair hangs limply to his shoulders, and his features are tortured. The simple plain shirt and pants that he wears are clean and fresh, and he clutches a small book in his lap, but makes no move to get up or greet you, except to slowly struggle out an incomprehensible phrase. The on descend shall evil of night the land, at near is signs of hexad, this one hand. He then returns to his quiet state, neither
What?
speaking nor responding in any way.
I'm just gonna whisper, I think we found the madman.
Does he
Or
look
the
similar to the
quiet man.
description?
There was no description of the madman.
Oh.
Yeah, we didn't get a description. We know
Or
that there's a
the-
quiet man also that might be
Were,
the same
were we
person.
told the last Fortune that was told what that person looked like? Or no?
Oh, just he was a young man.
No, just that it was a quiet man.
Quiet young man.
Quiet young man. And this person is a young man, and he appears to be quiet. So the Om descent shall evil. I don't know.
On-
Okay.
The on descend shall evil of night the land.
Shall evil of night the land.
At near is signs of hexad, this one hand. I know.
This sure is incomprehensible.
The on descend shall evil of night the land.
This is definitely a word puzzle.
At near is signs of hexad, this one hand.
As near.
At near is signs of hexad when this hand. Or
How do you
this one
spell
hand.
hexad?
Hexad is Hexad. Oh, so you guys are up there. Do you want to do anything else?
I'm gonna
What
say
what happens if I reach towards one of the lanterns? Is there any reaction?
He doesn't seem to have much of a reaction. As you reach toward one of the lanterns,
Reach toward and like just very slowly go to make it seem like I'm about to blow it out.
he doesn't seem to have much of a reaction when you go to blow it out. You're gonna blow it out. So this guy stands up and just starts screaming, and he starts bashing
Oh.
his head against the floor.
Alright, I'm lighting it back up.
Okay. So you light it back up, and he like hits his head against the floor one more time, and he stops.
are you good?
Well then.
Are you alright? Like, you seem far from alright. There's alright and then there's you.
Time.
I'm sorry, what was the last part? I have nearest sign of hexad at this. And then what's
This
after
when
that?
hand.
At this one or when?
When hand.
When hand.
So you're talking to him, and he's gonna turn around and say something as well. Let's open up to the page. And sorcerer the Dagon of House the Born, though shall on living on life scorn. That's all he says.
Ah!
You don't have to take that down. I can just
Okay.
repeat it when you need it.
Okay.
Of hexad at this when one hand?
When hand.
When
Just
hand.
when hand.
When
Yeah.
hand. Okay.
So there's a sorcerer. That's
We can
good
talk
to
about
know.
this when we're done with this guy.
Okay.
There's a sorcerer. That's good to know. What's the book? If you don't mind me asking.
So you look up to the book, and it is a book of children's poems. And he doesn't even try to hold on to it. Like, you just grab it and take it away. Like this guy is just butter, pretty much. And
Until
it
we
says,
blow out one of the lanterns
yeah.
and give him a panic attack.
And you look at the inside cover, and it says, "To Luke, my beloved brother," and it is signed by Marcel.
Are you Luke?
Luke does not nod.
Do you know who Marcel is?
Still does not nod. He's giving no plain,
Alright.
You're
very sad expression.
just gonna give him a little
This is
pat.
freaking me out. Let's just...
Do you mind if I keep this for a minute? Or for a while?
He's still just does not seem to react to that.
Don't care. Okay. It's probably gonna be needed later. I have a feeling. Well, Luke, I presume it was weird to meet you.
Weird to meet you. I feel like we're gonna get that a lot. So are you exiting the room?
Yeah.
Okay.
He
In
doesn't
addition-
try to get the book back, right? Like,
No. In addition, you guys have been poking around for a few minutes, and you see that there is fresh food and clothing that has been left there. It seems like someone's been bringing in fresh food and fresh clothes for this guy.
Okay, I do have paper and ink, so I would like to leave a note.
Okay.
I'd like to say, to whoever is bringing this, and then in parentheses, I presume Marcel. He's out of his mind by how it seems. Sorry I took the book. It is in case I meet you later. And
You climb down the ladder, and you get back in your boat, I assume.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Luke has climbed down the ladder, and Luke has gotten into the boat as well.
Hey, Luke. Right?
This is
Is that
Luke.
what you guys said? I could hear like some of it. I wrote
Yeah.
down what he said. Yeah. Okay, Luke.
Okay, that's
What
good.
you doing?
Hey, bud. You.
He's doing nothing. He's just sitting in the boat.
Can I grab
I'm gonna
that
go
book?
up.
Can I grab that book real quick?
Yeah, I was gonna go and put the book back
Yeah.
in the house.
That's my idea.
Go and put
You go and put the book back in the house, and Luke has climbed
Bunch
up.
of Luke. I'm not taking my eyes off of him.
Luke has climbed up the ladder behind you guys.
Okay, and then I'm gonna put the book on the floor,
Okay.
and then I'm going to leave.
All right. And you leave, and Luke has climbed down the ladder behind you guys.
Okay, we'll get the book again. Let's just get. He's
I
coming
get
with
the
us.
book and I grab the supplies.
All right.
Luke,
so
what
you
level
grab-
are you? What class? Are
What's
you
your
a
level in
sorcerer?
class, Luke?
Yeah.
Luke has 7 hit points. He does 1d2 damage, and his AC is 10.
Great, thanks, Luke.
So you
Shitty
guys
idiot.
continue to paddle the boat,
Alright.
and
Okay, so let's take a minute to
The
talk.
whatever come to
So
them
I think I might have figured it out. The last part I haven't completely gotten, but the first part I think I do. The evil shout descend on the land at night, and then this is the part that I don't fully know. This sign is near when I'm missing like a word, I feel like, for me to write the correct thing.
The evil shall. Okay.
Because the evil shall descend on the land at night. Oh, no, I do have the of that I need. This sign is near when Hexad fuck. This is difficult.
When
I'm gonna get
Hexad. Who is Hexad? What is Hexad?
The evil shall descend at the evil shall descend on the land at night when Hexad is near this sign of hand. Maybe.
Sign of hand.
Interesting.
So you guys have been traveling and discussing this verse, and Luke, and the storm, the sky has gotten full of rolling black clouds.
Well, we can presume the dead is coming with the storm. We can presume that much. So we just hope to live.
There's just a
And-
bolt. There's every once in a while you'll see like a bolt of lightning, or you'll hear a crack of thunder across the sky, but you're not getting anything that's like we're just gonna boom storm time kind of thing. Like it's not happening yet.
Okay.
Okay, so
So you
Hexside.
at last
Hexside.
you see the village. You see this collection of wood and thatch buildings that is nestled at the edge of the swamp. And there is a graveyard running between the two sections of town.
Ha!
Separating.
That's not gonna be relevant at all.
East of the village, there is a winery that is located upon a hill, and you can see that there is a impressive-looking estate situated upon that hill as well, about a mile away from the village. If you would please, Gail, be so kind as to familiarize yourselves with the map of
Let's see
Marie
if
de
this
Tuscan.
works.
Bada bing.
Alright.
So,
I think that's the right one.
that would be the right one.
Sick.
Hey, look at that. That's cool.
I know there's something that
I
happens.
don't know
when
why
they
it didn't
arrive.
transition properly, but oh well.
Oh well. Boo-hoo.
Fine.
Stuff doesn't work again.
Now I have too many words because I have the evil shall descend on the land at night when this sign of Hexad is at hand, but then I also have near and of that are unused.
Weird.
That is weird.
It might not be super important that I figure it out exactly. It seems like we got the gist.
You got the gist of it. Okay.
Yeah.
Got the
So,
gist. There's something
how are
I need.
you?
Sign is
That and there's
near
a sign.
night.
Yeah. How are you guys? Where are you going to go first? There are several areas in this village. I would love to help you.
We need to go check out the graveyard. I mean, I feel like
We
need to
we
go.
need
Go check
to
out the graveyard?
we need to lock the graveyard up because the dead is rising. It's gonna be freaking walking dead up in here. We're gonna need to like lock this up.
Yeah.
After we check out the graveyard, we'll take a break.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So you guys are gonna go check out the graveyard. As you go into town, there is a lot of activity in front of the church. And solemn faces gaze at you suspiciously, but no one says a single word. The villagers soon return their attention to a priest who stands over a coffin wrapped in heavy chains. The priest's booming voice echoes across the churchyard. friends and family, we mourn the untimely death of Jeremiah Degree, he laments. Let us take comfort in the fact that he goes to a better place, and let us pray that his eternal rest is peaceful and without incident. Jeremiah, you will be missed, but you will not be welcome here again. Depart this plane and go into the next world with our blessing. The priest continues his liturgy, even though a muffled bang causes him a moment's pause, and the villagers all flinch.
Yeah, I
But
don't
your
know
game
how
are
eternal
complete.
this rest is gonna be.
Yeah, I have this.
sound.
As I hear that bang, I just look behind me and then look back and start speed walking towards the graveyard.
The bang sounds again from within the coffin, and the coffin rocks back and forth.
I
But
have the
the
feeling that
villagers and the priests are unable, just ignoring it, just playing it off as normal. And you guys are going to the graveyard, right?
Do one of us want to stay back here and watch the coffin,
I'll
or
stay
should
back.
we all go towards the graveyard? Okay,
Okay.
cool.
So one of you is going toward the graveyard, and
Two of us.
two of you. All right.
Two of us, and
All right.
Bermuda's hanging back.
So you can see
Party.
the wife. There's a mule carriage with this coffin on it, and the coffin is still rattling, and the priest is with it, and the wife is next to the coffin, and she's holding a holy cross. She's kind of holding it over the box, and the priest whispers, "Jeremiah, be still." And as you're following this cart to the top of the graveyard where the gates are, there is a cemetery keeper who has long gray hair and a sharp pointed nose and a heavy set face. And he just
Rising tonight.
what? Oh, you're talking to him?
I'm talking to him immediately. The dead are rising tonight. We need to go to the graveyard just for a second to check things out.
The dead have been rising for a long time, my friend.
Well, they're really rising tonight.
What proof?
I'm with the coffin. I thought the coffin was with the dude.
No, the coffin. We're at the graveyard.
Coffin's going to
We're
the
at the
graveyard.
graveyard.
Coffin's
So
going to
you're
the
with the
graveyard.
coffin. So you're with the coffin at the church. We're
The-
talking
the
to this
cof-
guy. At
the
graveyard.
coffin is in a cart going to the graveyard.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's
doggone it. Okay, my bad.
so. Are we all in
Doggone
the same place?
No,
Okay.
no, you've stayed. One of you stayed back.
I
Okay.
stayed with the coffin.
Okay, yeah. So
So
you
then,
went with
yeah,
you went with the coffin to the graveyard.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we're
So
all at the
I'm with
Okay,
the
graveyard.
welcome
dude?
back. Hey, welcome back.
Okay.
Okay. What do you mean the dead? How long? And how often?
Oh, Lord, what are you going to write it into some ballad, girl?
Ooh.
Some people
Hey,
say
you recognize me as the girl.
some people have been saying weeks. Some people have been. I don't know. I mean. So, you're at the cemetery. There's a 10-foot high stone wall that surrounds the whole graveyard. There's an iron gate on the south side where you are. The original gate has been grown shut. But so there's an old cemetery and there's a new cemetery. And there are mausoleums all around the place. And Perot is obviously, this guy has introduced himself as Perot. He's obviously the leader of the place. A very serious looking man.
So Pro is the
He's the
priest
Undertaker.
or the Undertaker? Okay. Perot, I respect your authority, but if you don't let me in, I will climb over this wall.
Well, I would say you were asking about zombies or deaths. We're not saying that word, but there have been 9 deaths just out of nowhere over the past few weeks. I'm not sure if it's the dead that have risen or what, but it's not looking very good.
Have there been any attack from these dead?
Not that I know of. I only know of the dead people.
Strange.
Okay, so you're saying that you haven't seen any risen dead, but people have been dying mysteriously.
Yes.
Okay.
So Perot is just standing outside of the gate. And it's strange because the coffin, they brought the coffin, they brought the mule cart up to the gate, and they've just stopped. And the gate has been, and they haven't opened the gates.
Does the coffin go in the graveyard? Do you do something else with it?
Yeah, the coffin would go in the graveyard, yes. Well, yes, the new graveyard. I thought you were speaking about the old one.
I'm talking about the coffin that's literally right next to me.
Yeah, yes, that coffin. Yes, we'll intern that shortly. And you can see they've opened the new gates. They've opened the new graveyard gates, and they have rushed the mule cart in. And they rushed the mule cart in. And as you're passing, are you following the cart?
Yeah, I'm going with the cart. I'm going with this coffin.
As you go with the cart, I'm gonna climb the wall into the old graveyard.
Oh, okay. So
we're
please,
splitting the
you make a
party.
climb. You make a climb check, Lady Isold.
That's Ishold.
Ishol,
That's strength.
excuse me. Yes, and you guys are following it.
Succeed.
Awesome. So you have climbed over to the old graveyard. You've scaled the walls. Perot is just looking at you, kind of confused, but not really gonna act to stop you. Just whatever, go do your thing. And you have scaled the walls, and you have popped over into the mossy, overgrown old graveyard. Now, you two following the mule cart, you have been
Wait,
passing.
I thought Gale was with.
I'm following the
Gale.
cart.
You're both
Yeah,
following
you're
the
You
following
guys
cart.
are both following the cart.
Let-
Boy, we're so confused about where we are.
Confusion.
Yes.
Okay,
so
so
confused.
Permita and Darius, you guys are in the new graveyard, and Lady Ishield, you are in the old graveyard.
I sure am.
And as you guys are passing the new mausoleums that have been constructed out of the ground, you can see that they're all locked, with big, heavy locks that have been hung onto the doors.
That's
Good.
terrible.
And at the very end of the row, the priest arrives, and they take off the still moving, pounding coffin, and they hurry it into a mausoleum, put it on one of the racks, shut the doors, tie it closed, and lock it. And they put a holy cross outside of the mausoleum on a stake, and they just leave.
Okay.
They got Jesus out here. They got Jesus out here on the aisle.
They got Jesus.
They got
up in
Jesus
here.
out in the aisle.
Fantasy Jesus died on the crucifix in Ravenloft.
In Ravenloft. Yes, so this would be a good part to take a quick break.
All right, great.
I'm in the mood. So we will take a very brief break, and we'll be right back.
Y'all ever just, dude? My face when the on descent shall evil of night the land at near is sign of hex at this when hand.
It sometimes be like that, you know?
Yeah,
sure
sometimes
do
it
just
be
be
like
like
that.
that.
I swear to God, we better do something about these living dead motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they're like, oh yeah, we've had corpse problems,
We've had
and we're
mysterious deaths. At least they have
Mysterious
changes
deaths.
on all the mausoleums.
yeah, they're that step ahead, which is pretty good.
Why is
So we
Johnny
didn't
just
really believe the
standing
quiet
there
young
with
man.
such
Is
an
Luke still
ominous
with
aura?
us?
I think Luke is still with like
I think Luke
Yeah,
is still with
he's
us.
still with us. What's he doing?
Luke's
This
still
little-
out here.
This little idiot, my son.
Yeah,
You're
son,
the-
and I'm 16.
Normally,
Six-
normally the party chooses to adopt an NPC. This NPC decided
This
to
NPC
adopt
is
us.
chosen.
This
is
NPC was
chosen.
like, hi,
Hey guys, what is Johnny doing?
Waiting
He's
for his
standing-
coffee.
questioning life.
He's just standing there.
Oh, there he found
Coffee.
it.
He got coffee. Okay.
Old in here.
It's just very ominous, just standing
Yeah,
there.
just,
Great.
Just
standing
ominously
there. Johnny just
standing.
standing there waiting for his coffee.
It's cookies and cream coffee.
Johnny, is Luke still following us? Is he
Yeah,
still with us?
what's he up to?
Luke's just
Man,
sitting. Luke's just following you guys like a dog, pretty
Okay, so
much.
he's probably with you two because you're the bigger group, and I'm on my own.
Imps, you're on your own in the old graveyard. Let's
Also,
get
I
back
assume
to
that he
that.
couldn't scale a wall after me. He's
Yeah.
a little shitty peasant.
Ouch.
Yes,
little
let's-
shitty peasant man.
let's-
He has little
let's get-
commoner stats.
Let's get back to that. So you're in the old graveyard.
Yes, I'm in the old graveyard. I am going to look around specifically at the graves and see if any are, just like fresh turned earth, or like there's a big hole, or like, there's like any sort of people that should be corpses but are ambulating and walking around.
So, no,
No?
there's nothing. There is nothing.
Okay. How are the graves looking?
It's very much undisturbed. Very much. So there is just very much like kind of this. Actually, hold on. Part 3. So yeah, so it's very much like undisturbed. These graves are very old. The dates that you're seeing are about hundreds of years old.
Okay.
There's this overgrown, mossy, disgusting kind of area.
You should maybe possibly look for one that says Hexad. Hexad.
That's a good idea. Good idea. I'm so glad that idea just came to me out of nowhere.
Yes.
I'll look.
I
any
am
of
your
them
conscious.
say Hexad. How many? Is this like? There's an old graveyard because it's full of graves and there's no more space.
There's space.
Okay.
Strange.
How many? What's the like approximate number of graves?
If you had to guess, there are probably about 200, 300 graves here.
200, 300. Okay. Okay.
But they're
yeah.
all
so I'll look if it
crypts.
says-
They're all above ground.
They're all
Have
above
at
ground.
least
Okay.
2
Mhm.
graves.
I'll look to see if there's one for Hexad.
You do not find any graves labeled Hexad. There's a few names labeled like Hexar.
Hexstar.
Hexa.
I am Hexstar.
I am Hexstar.
So where are the rogues going? Where are you guys wandering about
The
to?
rogue.
So we're just in the new cemetery. Is there anything bumping about in any of the
Anything knocking about in the new cemetery?
Anything going on?
What's
Russell,
what's
that it should
what's
be
bumping in
going
the
on?
cemetery?
There's nothing really bumping in the cemetery, dude. It's just vaults. It's just dead people.
Interesting.
There is one mausoleum. There are so many mausoleums that you could find, but there is one very large one that is obviously dominating the rest of it. So if you want to go to that one, because it's a
Yeah.
very nice, very new, modern-looking mausoleum.
Oh, let's go
Is
look at
it
it. What's
making
going on?
noise? Mausoleums should not
What's
make noise.
bumping in the mausoleum?
What
Bumping
is
in that.
bumping that should be not bumping?
So this mausoleum, you could see carved in the marble over the passageway just says Tarascon, the family name Tarascon. And I assume you're gonna break it open.
Do we want to do that?
Oh no, that one.
Preserve the train and
Is there a lock?
Preserve
on
the
it?
chain.
There's a lock. There's not a lock on it.
There's
Well,
not a lock?
No, all of the. Okay, that's my bad. All of the mausoleums have been locked.
Okay, because here's the deal. If we open it, we gotta lock it again.
Yeah, we're not
Because
breaking
lockpicking
that.
wouldn't break a lock, right? So
It
you could just
shouldn't.
relock it after
You
we're
can just
done.
pick the lock.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
You guys, I don't know. Well, I don't have any input on this. I'm hanging around in the old graveyard.
So,
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
I have thieves' tools. Does
I
that
also
help?
have thieves' tools.
Yeah, you can pick the
Hey.
lock.
Great.
Let's-
We're gonna pick the lock. You have a better percent, right?
Yeah, I
You
got
have 35?
35. Yeah.
Okay, I have 25, so I'll just help you.
Break the lock. Break the
Okay.
lock.
Don't
That-
break it.
is a success to pick the lock.
Okay.
Like
So with a
19.
with a tiny little bit of effort, you pick the lock open and comes undone and falls to the ground. And the doors of the mausoleum swing open. And they just kind of sit there, waiting to be gone in through. Waiting to do their doorly duties.
I saved the lock,
Okay.
and I am prepared to use it
Yeah.
on the door again.
I have a lock and I know how to use it.
I also have a card and I know how to kill
Trepidatiously
a bitch.
enter.
Okay. So you go into the mausoleum, and it is silent. There's no rattling. There's no noise. It's just stacks of well-made lacquered coffins sitting stacked on top of each other. And there are many spaces open in the mausoleum. But there's nothing out of the ordinary. Do you want to check any of the bodies? See if there's anything recent?
Yeah,
Is there anything locked?
I currently have my sword drawn.
Okay.
And I'm
There's
poking around checking.
Alright. Creeping through the mausoleum, you find the newest coffin. It's a coffin labeled Claudine, and it is not locked.
Okay, well that should be. That really should be.
The coffin is several years old.
And?
Okay, well, I mean, you can lock it, but it's old. It's an old coffin.
I only have one lock, and I'm gonna put it on the mausoleum again.
Peek underneath the lid. Not to
just
completely disrespect the dead, but I'm gonna completely disrespect the dead.
Let's see if our friend the gravekeeper arrives. Okay. You're peeking under the coffin, and it's just this decrepit skeleton that's been sitting here for clearly years, fully decomposed. And as you turn around to slide the lid back on, you see the form of the gravekeeper standing in the sun at the head of the mausoleum.
Sir,
and behind him is the constable.
Oh, shit.
Sir, we need to talk to you about something.
I believe we need to talk to you about something. If you'll follow us, so we have a few questions to ask you.
Yep.
And the constable has a club that he is.
Is it the question that the dead are coming, that these
I'm
are
just
locked and you're all probably gonna die unless you lock them?
sheathing my sword.
Okay. It's the question of strangers defiling the crypts of those who have lived and rested here for many years. Now, if you would be so kind as to follow me.
Sir, I would like to bring up one point. How, besides the lock, which I have here, and we fully intend to replace on this door, because what is going to be happening, and we saw the fact that more recently deceased bodies have been becoming undead. How have we defiled this place in any way, shape, or form?
So, the constable has approached you, and he's holding out a pair of handcuffs.
Really?
Take me away, boys.
I
do not say
my
that,
nickel. You
no.
come and take me.
So he's tied.
No, you come.
Just come quietly. We're just going to hold you for a night. You've caused enough trouble. We don't need the village after you. It's the last thing we need to do is have another hanging.
Oh shit.
Well.
This constable is not having a good time.
Do we know where our third party
You
member
don't know.
is?
You don't know who the third party member is. And you don't know
Who's
that
the
your
last
friends are
hanging?
being
Please
arrested.
tell us. Was it a 16-year-old girl?
No, the hanging was weeks ago. You wouldn't have known.
God. Okay, we just wanted to be sure. Had to be sure. Also, do you know what Hexad is? Hexad? Please.
Why are you asking me questions? I'm trying to arrest you.
We're asking
Hands
you
behind your
questions
back,
because
weapons
when
down.
the storm.
Yeah, I'm
because,
going willingly.
Okay, so he just ties up he binds your hands together.
Honestly, I'm going willingly too. I'm just asking as I do.
You're just being very talkative about it.
Very
The
talkative.
constable's gonna kick your ass.
because we sort of have the issue of the dead are going to be rising, and everyone's probably going to die unless we stop them because of someone named Hexad, and we don't know who it is. We don't know how to stop it, and I prefer not to drown in fucking blood.
Great. So you're the people who are going to come into town and cause more trouble by bringing dead people back to life. I see.
No,
I get it.
We're
And I am
coming to
throwing the right people
stop the
into
dead
jail.
people from coming
And
back to life.
At this point, you have arrived to the cottage of the constable, and there's a small stone shed next to the cottage. And he tosses you into the shed and shuts the door and says, "Stay here."
That's the lock for the mausoleum. You're gonna need that.
Yeah, so you guys have been tossed into small jail. We're gonna go
It's-
visit the old
It's Lady
graveyard.
Ishul's time. I'm doing all this
Ishul's
adventure
time.
on
We
my
can pick the
own.
lock. We can pick the lock of the
I'm
jail.
doing that.
Yeah, but like, I don't want to make it seem like we're the ones. Like, I don't
Yeah,
want to be mistaken
be
for
on-
the people that are trying to destroy the town.
Also, we don't know. Also, the only reason that we think the dead are gonna rise is because some fortune tellers told us. We don't really have a 100%.
Yeah, we don't have any proof. Actually,
there was a
we do
literal
have
corpse
proof. that
going
dead are
bumpity bump
rising,
bump. And
Yeah,
there was a
okay.
corpse doing the cha-cha slide, which
So
it
you-
shouldn't be.
So
The
you
old
guys.
graveyard seems safe.
Okay, so here's where
Yeah,
you
is
are.
it- What am
Lady
I?
Shield, you're in area 11 of the map,
Okay. Let me
And-
start
Oh, we got a
looking.
map, right?
and
Yeah.
you should be. And you guys are trapped in the jail at area 5. There's a small shed. So yeah, Lady Shield, if you want to go anywhere, you're free to travel. You're free to move.
Bop
You're free to shake
around.
Jimmy. You have your freedom.
Okay, well, I don't know where my friends went, so it seems like the old graveyard is all good. Seems like the old graveyard is pretty good. So I will head out and go talk to the priest.
Okay, you're gonna go to the church.
Try to find the priest. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the church.
So you're gonna go to the church. All right.
Wait, what happened to Luke?
What happened to Luke? Luke was following you, and he's been thrown into
All of
prison.
you guys to jail.
Luke!
He's sitting in the prison bars. He is as happy as a clam.
He's not. Is he handcuffed?
He was handcuffed. He was dragged away, and he's just like sitting in the prison. He's
I
just
look
happy.
at
He's just happy to be there.
Luke,
He's just
Luke.
happy to be in prison.
do you happen to know anything? Yeah, actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take, while we're sitting in jail, vibing, I'm gonna take the book and I'm gonna look for any mention of Hexad.
Okay.
We're all handcuffed, right?
Yeah, you're handcuffed.
Oh, we're still I'm just gonna hold
Yeah,
my hands out. Like,
I-
can you just,
Yeah.
would you mind?
I'm gonna pick the handcuffs, but
That's rope.
nothing
It's
else.
like you're bound by rope.
Oh, it's by rope.
Mhm.
Okay.
Then can I just try to slip my hands out of it?
Sure. Just make a dexterity throw for me.
Oh, ha ha ha!
Got a 10% chance to fail.
10%?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have an 18. I can do math. I rolled a 19!
Oh my god, that's
Can
really
I try
funny.
again?
Yeah, sure. But first, Luke turns over and mutters something to you. The mother stern of child lifeless found, heralds evil of night, a time unbound. And then he falls silent again. So you're,
Harold Mother
alright, so you are,
and Child.
Lady Ishield.
Oh,
You're
Lady
going.
Ishuld.
It's Ishield time. You guys have.
It's Ishuld time. You guys are in jail, alright? It's my
You just
time.
got trapped in jail. So it's Ishield
This was
time.
all on purpose so that I would get to play by myself.
You've gone back. So you have retraced your steps back to the church.
Mhm.
And the church is there's a cottage adjacent to the church, and the abbey is a small little place. It's constructed out of stone, and it's got a little glass window that clearly is so valuable to, it's just this rainbow glass window that that the light strikes perfectly through. You're the worst. So are you going into the church?
Yeah, I will knock on the door.
Okay. So you knock on the door, and the priest opens it. And the priest has a very kind face. He is bald, and has a frock, simple frock. May I help you?
Hello, Father. My name is Lady Ishwold. I'm just an out-of-towner here to investigate the deaths of a few people. Would you mind talking about the man who's being buried today?
No, we usually don't talk to outsiders. It's not good to speak ill of those who have died to those who couldn't know.
I don't want to
Would
speak
you like
any
to
ill.
Would you like to make a persuasion check?
I sure will. 10
Nice.
charisma. Here we go.
Yeah.
This is my
I
job.
succeed.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So please go ahead
I'm
and
the
say what you're
charisma
going to
bit.
say.
I don't want to speak any ill will of the dead if it's, from what I understand, people have been dying mysteriously, and I'm here to change that. To do what I can.
Well, please come inside. It seems like you have a good heart. I will explain to you what I know. So you go inside of this abbey, and it's a nice little place. It's got a fine rug, the altar, and each is, there are pews laid out, and the father, the shaman, sits at one of the pews. I'm Shaman Brushian. I apologize that I did not introduce myself sooner. You are right, your assessment of the village. Villagers have been dying, even those who were strong and healthy. I remember there was a man who I saw tilling the fields of the winery not too long ago, and he just died. But the first death was that man that I spoke of, Hogarth. And only moments after he died, he got back up and was a lifeless husk. This has been happening more and more lately, and I've been locking at the coffins ever since and making sure that Perot has a good hold on everything. But it's been distressing. to say
So
the
all
least.
of these people, they've been confirmed as dead, but still walk.
It seems so. It seems as if they have returned to the life, and they now walk the earth same as we do.
Do you know any spellcasters or perhaps sorcerers in town?
I am the only one I know of.
We met a young man named Luke outside the town. He lived in a strange house on stilts. He was surrounded by lanterns, and he talked, but it's like all of his words are jumbled. Like he speaks ill prophecies.
He's just a cast out of the village. Someone who's been lost. A lost one.
A lost one, is that a common occurrence?
I don't know. It's just... I tend to... I go and leave him food. But he's... in a rarity, if you will.
When, so, do you have records or anything of when these people have died? Those that died mysteriously, at least?
No. No, we don't.
Alright.
Keep records of your damn dead people.
They're medieval peasants.
Yeah, but
They
you gotta
know
keep
what's
records
going
of the
on.
dead. You'd think
All
they'd
right.
at least have some semblance of paperwork.
Do you know of any sort of unifying theme or something that these people share in common?
Sorry, I can't help you anymore. I don't know anything else.
Well, that's alright, Father. Thank you for your time.
Yes, I hope that you can try to solve this problem. And
Yes. What god do you serve?
I serve anyone who is good. I do not choose. It is not my right to choose. But anyone of pure heart and stout moral may come here.
So you're saying
Wise
he
man.
worshipped Danny DeVito?
What?
Yeah, I guess so.
You're,
guess
you're,
in a
a,
way.
you're a wise man, father. Although I will take my leave now.
Okay.
So I guess I'm gonna go talk to Perot again
Okay.
and try if I can figure out where the dead people's houses are.
Awesome.
Hello, this is Johnny from the Moth Company. Thank you guys for showing your support and watching to the end of this video. Everything that you do really means a lot to us. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like, perhaps comment what your favorite moment was, or something else that you'd like to insert about the episode, and please hit the subscription button down below. Every little thing really helps, and we love bringing you guys great role-playing game content from our home to yours. That being said, take it easy, and may all your rolls be 20.